Okay, hey guys, we're gonna do math. And yesterday, I forgot to have you do, I think I forgot to have you do your little question that goes in your math notebook. So cut this out. This is the one for today, or what was yesterday's. You're gonna do 2 today. Takes about a minute to make your bed. Okay, what are 3 other things that you can do in 1 minute? So they just said it takes about a minute to make your bed. So by the time you can count to 60, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 60, that is 1 minute. So see if you can name 3 other things that you can do in 1 minute, okay? So pause this video and do that. Okay, and you're gonna do this one too today, since Miss Wright forgot. At 12 o'clock, John eats lunch. Show the time that John eats lunch on both clocks. Oh, okay, so we know that 12 o'clock, you already know, where's my marker? Here it is. You already know to write 12 o'clock, you're gonna do a 1, 2, ... 0, 0. Because the zeros means a clock, right? I know it's backwards, I'm sorry. So that part is what you're gonna write on the little toaster right here. 12, and then it has the dots, and then you'll write 0, 0. Now the clock is a little bit different. So we remember that the hour hand is this little one. So it needs to be on the 12 for 12 o'clock. So let me get it up there. Okay, now where does this long hand go when it's a clock, which means 0, 0? So it's got to go all the way up here too. So 12 o'clock is both hands facing straight up. Okay? So that's what you'll write on the clock part of it. On this part, you'll draw the hour hand and the minute hand straight up here pointing at the 12, okay? All right. Don't forget, you got to do your math big sheet too. Math big sheet. Okay, we're going to talk about something new real quick. The terms AM and PM, okay? So, this clock right here has how many numbers? It goes from 1 to 12, right? So, it goes from 1 to 12, but there are 24 hours in our day, in one day. So, they use the clock for 2 times during one day. Okay, so this thing goes all the way around the hour. See the red hand? It goes all the way around, whichever way. It actually goes this way. Okay, all the way around once, that's 12 hours. It goes all the way around again like this. That would be 24 hours, and that would be one whole day, okay? So for us to say if it was 1 o'clock, we don't know if it's 1 o'clock in the morning or if it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon if we don't put AM and PM beside it, okay? So if someone says, be there at 8, well, if they just say 8, you don't know if it's 8 AM or if it's 8 PM. Okay, so that's why we use these things to help us determine. So AM is in the morning. First of all, let's go over this. When it's at the 12, if it's 12 o'clock, it's either noon, which is right in the middle of the day, noon, or it's midnight, which is when hopefully all of you are asleep. Okay, so noon and midnight. Okay, so at midnight the clock starts over And then you have 1 o'clock a.m. A.m. comes first. That's in the morning time. 1 o'clock a.m. You're still sleeping. You're sleeping. You're still asleep at 2 o'clock a.m. You're still asleep at 3 o'clock a.m. Hopefully. 4, 5, 6. Hopefully, if you're getting up for school, you're probably getting up between 6 and 7 o'clock a.m. Okay, so 7 o'clock a.m. Okay, then we have school all day long. We have school 9, 10, 11. Oh, it's at the 12 again. So that means it's noon because it's not midnight. We're not asleep at school and it's not dark outside, right? So it's noon. Okay, then it starts over. And after noon, it switches from a.m. to p.m. So now you have 1 o'clock p.m. We're still in school. We're still in school at 2 o'clock p.m. Then we get out at 3 o'clock p.m. Okay, so then you go home. It's 4 o'clock p.m., 5 o'clock p.m., 6 o'clock p.m., 7 o'clock p.m. Probably about 8 or 9 o'clock p.m. you have to go to sleep. And you're going to sleep to 9, 10, 11, 12, which is midnight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till you get up for school again, which becomes a.m. because after the 12 it switches back to a.m. Okay? So we're going to talk about some different things that happen at a.m. and p.m. to help us understand. So, when we leave school, remember, when we leave school, it's after noon, so which means it's p.m. because anything after noontime is p.m. So we leave school in the p.m. We do homework after school, so that would be also in the p.m. We put pajamas on when it's time for bed, so that would also be p.m. Oh, look, I think all these, I'm going to mix these up. I think they're a little. Okay, how about get ready or get breakfast ready? We go to sleep, it goes past midnight, and then it switches to a.m., and then we get up. Get breakfast ready is a.m., happens in the morning time. Put our backpack away at school. When we get to school, it's in the morning, and we put our backpack away. That would be a.m. We arrive at school when it's a.m. What about when we go to bed? We've been at school all day. It's past noon, so it turns to p.m. and we go to bed when it's p.m. Bedtime story is also right before you go to bed, so that would be p.m. Eat dinner. You eat dinner after school, so that would be p.m. Take a bath. Well, you know, that could be either one because some of you might take a bath in the morning before school, which would be a.m., or some of you might take a bath before you go to bed, which would be p.m. I'm going to stick it over here because I take mine at night, okay? Yours depends on what you do. Set the table for dinner. That's right before you eat dinner after school, so that would be p.m. Man, we got a lot of p.m.s over here. Play after school. After school, playing outside or wherever, that would be p.m. Brush teeth before breakfast. Oh, goody, look. Right after we wake up, we brush our teeth. That's in the morning time before school. It's a.m. The sunrise. Oh, my tape. One moment. The tape malfunction. There we go. The sunrise. That is when you wake up in the morning, the sun comes up, right? So that's in the morning time, a.m. Start morning work. We know that's in the morning. Get ready for school. That would be after you wake up in the morning, so that would be morning time. I bet the rest of these are morning, so it equals these, huh? We've got eat breakfast. We do that in the morning, a.m. And we've got wake up. We do both those in the morning, don't we? So a.m. Okay, so all right, you're going to have, let me grab your paper that you're going to find. You have a paper that looks like this. Okay, so let me scoot this over here. Find that paper. It says what time of the day. All right. You're going to write the you're going to write what it says, like right here it says 11 o'clock. So you're going to make this say 11 o'clock. Shorthand on the 11, longhand on the 00. Okay, then you're going to write, it says walking to lunch. Now, would you be walking to lunch at 11 a.m. or 11 p.m.? It's going to be 11 a.m. So, that's card A. Maybe I can do this a little and y'all can see that. Let's do this. Okay, so we've got A, card A. You are going to circle a.m. Card B. It says vacuum room at 4 o'clock. So are you going to vacuum your room at 4 o'clock in the morning or in the evening? If you're vacuuming your room at 4 o'clock in the morning, your parents are going to be not very happy with you, because they're trying to sleep, and so you should be too at 4 o'clock in the morning. So it would be 4 o'clock p.m. And don't forget to draw 4 o'clock right here on your clock. Okay, card C says making breakfast, 7 o'clock. So we know we make breakfast in the morning time, which is a.m. Oh, you can't see D. Let me move it here. Okay, D, card D. Going to bed, 8 o'clock. So you're going to be going to bed in the morning or the evening? In the evening, which is p.m. So you'll circle p.m. on that one. Card E. Going to school, 8 o'clock. Well, we go to school at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is a.m. Okay, F. Learning at school, 9 o'clock. Is that in the morning or the evening? 9 o'clock in the evening, you should be in bed. So it should be 9 o'clock a.m. I'm going to turn this just a little. Actually, I'm just going to back it up slightly. Then we can see the whole thing. Okay, so card G. Cleaning the classroom at 2 o'clock. So we're getting ready to go home and we're cleaning up. We've already had lunch, we've had midday or noon, and it starts going around again. So it's already p.m. So G, 2 o'clock will be p.m. H, card H. Turning in work at school at 1 o'clock. Well, it's 1 o'clock, so 12 was first, or noon. And then it switches over to p.m. So it'll be 1 o'clock p.m. 1 o'clock a.m., you are in bed asleep. Okay, last one. I. Watching TV at 3 o'clock. you're watching TV at 3 o'clock, it should be p.m. because if it's 3 o'clock a.m., you are sleeping in your bed. So, in the afternoon, like when you get home from school, if you go watch TV, it's 3 o'clock p.m. Okay? So I'm going to leave all of those up there for you so you can pause it if you need to. And when you're done with that, you are done for the day. Okay?